parts from Chevrolet have showed up. I've got the new fuel pump. I bought some straps. I bought the fuel lines that we're going to need. I've got the nuts and bolts that hold the fuel tank in. It's early in the morning. We're going to see if we can't get this tank out, get that pump swapped over, and get this truck back to the guy. First thing I like to do is I just get the drive shaft right out of the way. Gives us a little more room to work. We'll get this out, we'll unhook the fuel lines, but prior to doing that, we will see if the bolts that hold the straps in come loose. Hopefully they do. If not, we've always got plan B, which is the Sawzall. You just cut the straps, get them out of the way, and then get the tank and stuff out of there, and then you can just take the torch and blast the rest of it out of there. Let's get a little screwdriver up in here. Mother of pearl. Yeah, I guess we can take that cap off the rest of the way. I don't have the truck in neutral, so getting the bolts out all the way over there I couldn't do. There we go. If you feel inclined to do so, mark your drive shaft in relationship to the yoke. If you can explain to me why that you do that, I would be happy to hear it. I've yet to hear a good answer. Drive shafts are balanced independently of the rear differential, so it really doesn't matter how it goes. If you're taking a two-piece drive shaft apart, the drive shaft in relationship to itself certainly is important. Drive shaft to the rear diff, nobody's ever explained to me why, just everybody does it. Alright, place your bets. These bolts are going to come loose. This one doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. Oh yeah. I'm thinking this strap might have been changed at some point. It looks too nice to be original. Plus it came loose way too easy. Alright, so that one's going to come out too, so not a big deal there. I'm going to work on unhooking the filler neck right up here where you can't see. It's kind of a tight area, but we have one vent hose and then we have the one filler neck hose. These things are a pain to get off. They go way up on the filler neck, probably 3 inches, and they got a pretty good barb. So I'm going to take the clamps off and try working those off, but it's impossible to show you. This one here, and then this hose here where it goes up towards the top. Now, around here, a lot of times that nipple up there will be rotted. I did not get us a filler neck, unfortunately, so that's what I'm going to fiddle with. Once those are off, I should be able to pop up this little clip here. Thinking. There it goes. So we need to unhook this line. Come on, baby. There's that one, and then yeah, we got the fuel line here. Let me get a flashlight, see what kind of retainer that one has on it. So it's the same as this green one here. It's little tabs on the bottom. Let me let the truck down a bit. Sometimes you can just get these with your fingers. Come on, baby. Let me move my camera so I can stand here, folks. What a pita. That one clicks up. Well, I get it blown out. It's got some dirt jammed in it. We do have a new one, so I mean, we can always just cut it. There we go. Yes, sir. Might be a little gas dripping out of this one. And there is. And I think that's it. Let me just double check it, because we've got our vent here. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let's get a training jack. We'll get the jack up here, take our straps off, let it down, unplug it. Yeah, we didn't leave it unplugged. I think. We're gonna leave it right on the jack when we change the pump, hopefully. Depends on how teetery it is. There's one. Yeah, that one came out way too easy. I think that one's definitely been replaced. That bolt's like brand new. Wonder what the strap broke at some point. But this strap is in obviously good shape. It's in obvious good shape. This one's definitely a little older. But still. Still pretty solid. A lot of times in the Northeast, so they put this rubber coating on there, they'll rot right out underneath this. And this will be all puffed up and they'll break right in the middle. Before you get it down too far, see how sloshy it is. Sometimes these things are a bigger pain to take down when they're half full versus when they're all the way full, because the gas will get to slosh and it'll get away from you. I'm gonna go grab my, actually we can just use the cart here, I guess. Once we get it down, we've got something to lean it on. You know what I mean? Tell you what, I'll pinch that right there. I am here by myself this morning until anybody else gets here. I am going to get my stand just so it doesn't get away from me. There we go. Now we can get up there and undo the connectors. Connectors are undone. Stand. Cart. I'm letting all the weight favor to one side. You can't see squat. Want to keep all the gas on that side. Keeps it from tipping off the cart, and then we can do what we have to do right here. So yeah, this thing's a bit of a mess up here. Let me show you. So you guys see what we're dealing with. Like I say, typically these are leaking if you just go like that. As far as getting this you know, rusty fitting out of there, you know, forget about it. You can piss around with that thing for a while. This one, did we get this one? Hopefully we did, right? Let's double check. I think I bought all 3 lines. I'm gonna make 100% sure that this one actually wiggles, believe it or not. Does not mean it's gonna come unhooked. It just means it wiggles. I would actually be surprised if that came off there. I would say that. I would be like, whoa, I'm really surprised. Yeah, see, I'm not surprised. It broke. So, you can fiddle around with these things forever, folks. The rust gets all swelled up in there. And then they just don't come apart. Or if they do, it pulls all the guts out of them and the inner ring is split. Oh, this one might be, would you look at that? That one's salvageable. That's pretty dang amazing, to be honest with you. So that'll save the guy some money because we can reuse that one. This one, however, I don't think we're gonna be able to salvage. Son of a gun. That one we're salvaging too. Look at that. That nipple wasn't too bad. Not a bad nipple, fella. I'm over here eating crow. I don't even like crow. Now everybody wants to know about this one. This one I think we're screwed on. So that sucker's pretty rusted up in there. Up in here. Oh, it just rotated. I just got it to rotate. Lock came up. I'll be a son of a mother, and that's a fact. Just like you guys be a son of a mother, would you? Would you look at that? I think that's the first time ever in my entire life that that's happened to me. Wow. I'm speechless. Which this is great. This guy's gonna be stoked because these lines from General Motors are about $100 a whack. And if you can save all 3 of the lines, you do the math. I'm gonna say it's about $300 savings. That's pretty awesome. My Chevy dealer stocks a ton of them. Now before you open this up, get out your vibrator. Don't go crazy, just go massage this thing. My neighbors must love me at 6 a.m. Well, good morning, neighbor. Just be ye warned, folks, if you are using an air hammer and you're using a chisel, this chisel's sharp, be cautious about digging into the tank. If you can't see and you're just trying to hit the side of the ring, you can gouge the tank. You can actually cut through the tank, so be careful. We're trying to break the bond between the ring and the fuel pump here. You'll see it because it looks like one glob, but when you start hitting it, it'll open up a crack. Starting to see it. Oops, got my shoelace stuck. There she goes. Now we see some crack. Now I see your crack, baby. Got it good over here. Just got to get it good over here. Some back here. This one's good. That's good. Go up here on the back side. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're friends. Now we're friends. Alright, I'm going to switch air hammers. Get something with a little more beans now that we've got all the rust busted loose. If we can get the ring to start to move a little bit, clean it off, and then drive her home. Oh, you're nasty. Gotta get a good bite here. Let me stand. Maybe if I stand up taller. Okay. Everybody just calm down. That's the fun part. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, you're nasty. So there's our ring. Of course, we got a new one of those. Of course. Don't always assume it. Now, I don't know if this prying apparatus will work for it. Oh, it does. Oh, well, hello there. Ooh. This is where you make a little bit of a mess. We'll give him his gas back. Only $3.89 a gallon in New York currently. There's your gas, fella. All right, there we are. Don't go chucking this, because if you bought an OEM, you're gonna need to save the fuel level sensor. Because GM doesn't think it's necessary to send a new one. Looks pretty clean and shiny in there. Let's wipe up this gas up here, though. Here we go, all the way from the mainland China, genuine Chevrolet, America. With the little ring right here in the US of A. America. Smell of freedom. There's that. Here's our new unit. Hey baby, nice unit. Look at that. Fancy. Let's go get our other one, get our fuel level sensor. If you buy that level sensor from GM, it's wicked expensive. This guy had no problem with his fuel gauge, so we're gonna elect to reuse it. Popped it out of the old one. We'll squeeze her down in the new one. If you're trying to get it out of the old one, you got these two little tabs on the outside. Just pry them back and pry this up at the same time. It's gonna make a lot of squeaking noises. Sounds like a little mouse trying to get it out of there. And then we'll line her up. There, and they just click back in. And you full wrap the wires. We'll follow the yellow ones around. Them around, and then this just has your standard, you know, you know that thing, man. Wow, that thing. We'll plug it in. Or as they say in the South, we'll plug it up. We'll plug it up before we cut the key on. So there's that. There's our floating apparatus. Plugs in up at the top, so pretty easy. Full suspension. Grab this. Let's go stick her together. Oh, before you get too excited, fella, let's make sure. Got this cardboard box here. Country of origin, America. Let's see. Ah, it smells like eagle's wings and apple pie. There it is. We'll take that with us. Now, we can head over there. I've never even smelled an eagle's wings, to be honest with you. We do have a lot of eagles around here, though. More so, every year we have more. We have a couple really big eagle nests close by. Big bald eagles. What an impressive animal, I'll tell you that. Down at my parents' pond, we often see eagles down there, and you should see the size of the carp that they will drag out of that water. That's wild. Wild, I tell you. See this bird trying to take off with about a 6-pound fish dangling out of its claws. Barely gets lift off, but they just get it to shore and then they eat it. They're pretty neat. Look at that. Speaking of neat, they're neat until you hear them make a sound. You'd think an eagle had a really impressive sound, but it's kind of a wimpy sound for a big bird. You'd think they'd like spew out the national anthem or something when they opened up their mouth, or their beak. What's going on here? Instead, they got kind of a wimpy little squeak they make. We're gonna get some spritzing up under that joint. We've got it held there. Let me go get something brass, not to make any sparks. No, that's a little too late for that fella. Which way we gonna go? We're gonna go this way. Don't knock it off your cart, man. We're almost home. Come on, man. Let me choke up on that hammer a little more. When you're done fluffing around, you get out a bigger hammer and a bigger chisel. You hit that thing like it owes you money. And bing, bada, boom, first whack. I didn't even have the camera on because I didn't think it was going to work, but yeah, here we are. You missed it all. Lubricate your nipples. Slide it on just like so. Get our other one here. Lube up that nipple. Clickety clack. We don't talk back. Last but not least, the classic third nipple. Latched. Oh, mother lover. And then give it a liberal douching of the film. For those of you not familiar with our channel, it's the fluid film. Good stuff. Very liberal. There we are. We're out of here. Not liking that. This is where it becomes a little dangerous by yourself. I've only ever dropped one. Not fun. Alright, no reason we can't go together. We do need to go back some. We'll get a little bit closer than where we are right now. Yes, sir. So the nuts that are up here where the fuel tank straps go do look relatively new. I believe somebody has changed these. Both of them look really good shape. So we'll give them a little bit of that. A little of this, a little of that. Pull back your filler neck. Feel the slosh. Steady. There's one click. 2 clicks. Get your filler neck started up and over. Where you at, baby? There she is. Oh, right down my neck. Oh yeah. That's how we like it. We like it just like that. Are we still in frame? I think so. There's our evap. there's our fuel line. Everything feels good up there. Watch you touch these. Everything feels just good. A little rust in the mouth. We're gonna get our tank straps back up in this joint here. One for there. One for there. Give it an extra little push for good luck. Say good luck. Get your torque wrench. Torque setting 3. First bolt. Lubricating torque spray. There's one bolt. Lubricating torque spray on that one. And then go get your real torque wrench and torque that to factory spec. We do a lot of that off camera, in case you're not familiar with us. Woo! And that's that. All done before we open. Even better. And I'm soaking wet because it's a zillion degrees outside. And when you're doing the YouTube video, you can't have the fan on because that's annoying. And it's about 84 degrees right now at 7 a.m. And it's supposed to be about 100 today. Awesome, because we love that. So before you go put your drive shaft back in, this has to be clean. You've got to clean all the rust out of your yoke and on the U-joint itself. You got to clean the caps up, get all the rust off them, and on the face of them out here where they go against the ears. Otherwise, you're going to have some vibration issues, man. It should slip right in there. You shouldn't have to beat it in. And then also clean up the bottom side of your caps. Get all the rust and junk off those. And I always spritz those down as well. And then of course, I forgot that you can't get the bolts in wide because Chevrolet, you gotta have your drive shafts half hanging out here. So we'll leave the drive shaft back a little bit. Get the bolts started. And then obviously if your U-joint's bad, you know, get a new one, not that you can replace them. And these aluminum shafts. A lot of people are going to disagree with that and say, oh, you certainly can. And I would 100% agree and say, yeah, you certainly can. Absolutely. The problem that we run into here in the salt belt, where the snap ring goes inside the aluminum, as soon as you take that snap ring out, the groove is gone. The outside of the drive shaft here will crumble apart. And then that's it. There's nothing to hold the ring back in. Every once in a while, you get a little lucky if it's a newer truck. I think this thing's like a 15 or 16, so she's pretty old. But if it's newer, you can take your little Dremel tool and run in there and clean out that groove, providing the outside of the drive shaft hasn't fallen apart. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. But if you get it out and the outside hasn't fallen apart, just use your Dremel tool, get it back in the groove, and then you're back in business. Otherwise, you're replacing the shaft. I'll get these snugged up, and then I've got to hook up the filler neck. I think we're good to go. Probably can make sure it runs before that point, but I've got confidence. And then obviously come back through when you're done torquing the gas tank straps, and then torque your drive shaft here. This together, so we gotta slip this baby back on. Give that a click. Give that a click. Let's tighten up that clamp. If you remember from the first part of the video, I mentioned we had to drive it in on the old Cosby sauce, so we didn't have to push it or pull it. So we had I believe we had a mass airflow low frequency code stored in it. Finally decided to come to work, huh?
Oh, please. I was waiting for your daughter to turn off.
She's throwing you under the bus, Sissy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we've just been here working since 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, good for me, huh? You're a lucky
pat
woman.
you on the back.
Don't whack. Yeah.
Ugh.
I didn't tell her we took a break and played on YouTube for a while. Okay, let's see. Keys on. Fuel gauge. Check. Cycle the key a couple times. A lot of times these GDI engines, boy, they get air in them. Man, they start hard. Well, say hard. Way harder than normal. So we got to clear the code out. Should start good now. Yep. Chevy Thunder! Well, there you have it, folks. Obviously, don't forget to tighten up and install your filler neck. Put the clamps on that. Come through with a torque wrench and get those as well. Truck starts, runs. We're going to clear the codes out of it, and then we're going to move on with our life. This fella has had a lot of bad luck with this truck. We did a video on this truck replacing the ABS valve. That has gone bad on it. The AC compressor's bad. The airbag light's on. You know, typical shenanigans. So, you know, he wants that stuff fixed, but I think he's going to let that ride for a while because the budget just got smoked on the fuel pump. Fortunately, the estimate's way less than what I told him because we didn't have to use the straps, the nuts, the bolts, or $300 worth of fuel lines from General Motors. So that works good. We just use the pump and the lock ring. Hallelujah. That's it. Comment section, folks. Questions? And before you put the comment, why didn't you pull the box? This is New York, fella. You ain't pulling the box off one of these things. If you do, it's 100 times harder. You're gonna break all the bolts and it turns into a big rigmarole. So delete the comment. Down south, yeah, pull the box if you want. But if I was down south, I just pull the tank. It's 2 bolts. The box is a whole lot more. If you're DIYing it and your truck is not long for the world, solves all that baby. Cut a hole in the box, take it out the top, slide your bed liner back in. We see that a lot around here, particularly as these trucks get older. You know, things only got 2-3 years left in it before the frame snaps in half. Chop a hole in it, man. Before you do that, though, comment section. Questions, comments, Insta, the Facebook. You guys know where to find us. Just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.